Good morning, everyone. It is once again a Nintendo Direct. So Levels Plus Reacts is here to see what's going on with the February 26th Partner Showcase. And honestly, I have no expectations for this. The last Partner Showcase was about 80% ports from other consoles. And about 20% of things that were new, but very few of them actually caught my interest. I remember the last one I had to kind of think, it's like, yeah, I guess that Adventures of Elliot game from Square Enix is alright to do the thumbnail for. So, my hope is that this is less ports, more originals. I don't have very high hopes for that. We will find out. There's about another 7-ish minutes, yeah, before this actually starts, but for you it'll be instantaneous. Alright, we are counting down. So as a reminder, this is not a standard Nintendo Direct, this is a partner showcase, so there will likely not be much from Nintendo at all here. Maybe Duskbloods, maybe something else they're working on with a collaborator. But ultimately, this will be third parties, high-profile indie games. And hopefully more new stuff than ports. The problem really with ports on the Switch 2 is the keycards for me. I don't want to have a license to download a game on a physical card. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, let's see what we're starting off with.
Deep in space, a research station was suddenly struck by a cosmic storm.
Is this more of orbitals?
15 years
I think
later,
so.
its survivors are living peacefully. But the threat of another cosmic storm is coming up fast.
This is cool that they're giving this game this degree of pop right at the beginning, because it looks gorgeous.
Two young explorers must now brave galactic dangers and save all that's left of their home. Teamwork is key in this two-player co-op adventure. You'll need a few tools to survive. The scrap hook grabs and moves platforms. So
yeah, the art style in this game is impeccable.
The liquid launcher blasts water to activate mechanisms and cool down scorching surfaces. And the beam cannon fires a
soundtrack's going hard too.
Heat to destroy obstacles, open doors, and more. Use the tools together, and you might discover unexpected solutions to puzzles. While exploring, you can encounter strange life forms, or opt for a detour and take a little travel break. With GameShare, two players can adventure together locally or online if one person has the game. Can these two brave explorers save
This
their
game looks
home?
sick. It really does. I do wish there was a way to play it solo, but I think I might just have to find a way to play it with somebody because it looks too good. It looks too good.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. What you just saw was Orbitals, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. We hope you're looking forward to this intergalactic co-op puzzle adventure. Okay, let's take a look at some upcoming Nintendo Switch games. In the waters of Issei Bay, on an island where legends of mermaids have been passed down, a tale of mysteries and curses stirs. The latest Paranormal Site adventure is coming to the Nintendo Switch system.
I heard pretty good things about the first one.
Yuza Minakuchi, a boy who works as a pearl diver. One day, while gathering on the seafloor, he encounters another version of himself. This phenomenon is just the beginning. Soon, other strange incidents begin to plague the island. A girl with no memories, strangers searching for treasure, and a housewife investigating victims of drowning. Speaking to those involved is a natural part of the investigation, but you'll also need to search deep within the waters of Issei Bay. As each of their motives intertwine, the story connects to the mermaid legend told centuries ago. Paranormal Site, The Mermaid's Curse.
Yeah, that looks pretty interesting.
On Nintendo Switch, February 19th.
That's really soon.
Orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. It was a normal day until a cave-in befell the city of Tokyo. As the dust settles, our protagonist, Anne, discovers an underground world deep below the metropolis. But she's not alone. Creatures called Xeno populate the unknown expanse.
Okay, well, if Capcom's not gonna make Dino Crisis, I guess Binary Haze is.
It's game over. Fighting is not an option, so quick thinking and decision-making are vital to your survival. Analyze their patterns and find the best route to make your escape. Activate traps in each area to lure and ensnare
Oh, it's like Deception.
stalking Xeno. And by using GameShare, up to 4 players can share controls.
Oh no.
Anne's movement.
Oh no.
Adjustments. Whether locally
This is a
or
streaming
online,
game.
coordinating with your friends is key to making it out alive. Survive the subterranean depths in Tokyo Scramble, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch.
Wow, that's also real soon.
11. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Return to the Kingdom of Hollow Nest and fight back the infection in this upgraded modern classic. Dodge, dash, and slash through this 2D action-adventure platformer, now with enhanced visuals and improved frame rates on Nintendo Switch 2.
That's nice.
Equip charms to enhance your abilities and deal magic.
I just don't know if I'm
using
ever gonna
upgradable
play through
spells
Hollow Knight.
while
It just might be
exploring
too hard.
the vast, interconnected map.
I thought about it after watching somebody else play through quite a bit of it for the first time recently.
Hollow Knight, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, launches on Nintendo Switch 2
I just don't know.
later today. Nintendo Switch 2 players who have Hollow Knight on Nintendo Switch can upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition for free with
Oh,
the
nice.
upgrade pack.
Okay.
eFootball, reborn from Pro Evolution Soccer, is coming to Nintendo Switch
Hey,
2.
Konami remembered it has a soccer
Build out your
franchise.
club, sign legendary players, and compete in tournaments around the globe in World Tour mode. Join an exciting competition where national teams face off every 4 years in the International Cup Tournament. Or play with friends locally or online to prove who's at the top of their game. Experience the excitement of soccer and aim to be the best in the world when eFootball Kickoff launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer.
The music reminds me of International Superstar
Travel
Soccer.
through 4
Hey,
ages
speaking
in
of
a
Elliot.
brand new HD 2D action RPG. Explore the age of safekeeping, the hero Elliot's own time. The age of reconstruction, when humans nearly went extinct.
Wow.
The age
That's
of
right, there is a little
love,
bit of time
a
travel
time
in
when
this.
spells flourished.
It's been a long time
And
since
the
I
age
watched
of
that
butter,
trailer.
The birth of human civilization. In each age, the scenery and citizens of Elliot's hometown will change. You can also obtain some weapons and magic unique to certain time periods. A story spanning time will soon begin. The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales.
June
launches
18th,
on the
huh?
Nintendo Switch 2 system, June 18th.
Yeah, that game looks good. Hey, Bomberman.
With Super Bomberman games from the
Yo!
Super NES era.
Yo!
First Super Bomberman through to the culmination of the series, Super Bomberman 5.
Nice.
Including titles previously unreleased worldwide. The Famicom versions of Bomberman and Bomberman 2 are also included.
Nice.
Plus, there's a brand new Boss Rush mode, as well as game share support.
This has been needed forever.
Super Bomberman Collection launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch later today.
Oh, God. Well, at least there's a physical version coming later.
The unknown journey continues.
Hello, Rebirth.
The second entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
He's alive.
In pursuit of his arch nemesis Sephiroth, Cloud Strife and his comrades escape
Remake
the city
has
of
done
Midgard
spectacularly
and
on the
embark
Switch
on a
2.
journey across the vast world. Traverse the planet on chocobos, wheelies, in a buggy, or other modes of transportation. Team up with allies in battles, blending action and strategy. If you'd like to focus on the story, there's also a boost function to make combat easier. You'll also find various activities scattered across the world, allowing you to take a break from the action.
You're mine.
And as you interact with your allies, their affinity toward you will grow and impact how the story unfolds. What fate awaits Cloud and his crew in their pursuit of Sephiroth? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launches on Nintendo Switch 2.
That's actually not that far off.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Gonna assume this is Pragmata.
Vitals stable. Awakening subject.
Yes.
While investigating a lunar research station, an injury befalls spacefarer Hugh Williams. With him is Diana, an android called a Pragmata.
There you are. All better.
Classified as unauthorized intruders, the two are targeted by the station AI, which sends enemy bots after them.
Come on, gun work.
These bots have near impenetrable armor,
I think I can help.
but with Diana's hacking skills, you can break down their defenses.
Initiating hack.
What the heck was that?
By moving the cursor through panels toward the green goal, you can hack the enemy bots.
There's no time to explain. Shoot now.
Once their weak points are exposed, fire away.
I hacked it.
Depending on the nodes you pass through, you can modify the damage and effects of a hack. Each split
Yeah, this
second
game looks
decision
so
can change
wild.
the outcome of battle.
In terms of mechanics. I'm not sure if my brain can handle it, but I hope there's a demo so I can try it out.
What truths will the two find in this AI-controlled lunar station?
So it's not one of your bot buddies?
Overdrive protocol. Initiate.
Yeah, baby. We did it. This is how we say good job.
And what will Diana learn on this journey? Pragmata launches on Nintendo Switch 2, April 24th.
Capcom's got a pretty good scaling thing going on. Fantastic.
On Nintendo eShop.
Now I could see if this is a game I want to actually get involved with.
We hope you're looking forward to fast-paced combat and exploration with a unique combination of hacking and shooting. Let's continue with more headlines. Journey to the Lost
Oh, this must be the new Turok.
Become a legendary Turok warrior in this intergalactic action shooter. To stop an alien threat from destroying all human life, You'll journey solo or with a team of warriors online and battle all sorts of primal creatures in ferocious combat. Swap between first-person and third-person perspectives as you unleash weapons, melee attacks, and special abilities to devastate foes. Extract DNA from fallen enemies and the environment to upgrade
This looks
your arsenal,
pretty good.
evolve your mantle, and unlock even more abilities called Echo Syncs to gain a greater edge in combat. As you venture across breathtaking worlds, you'll unravel the mysteries that ultimately hold the key to saving humanity.
I'm gonna guess that there's some character customization in this.
Origins launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this fall.
Wow, it is wild to me how many hands have touched Turok.
Of Xanadu.
Hey, there's that Tokyo Xanadu thing I was hearing some stuff about. But they moved it to Kyoto this time.
That's encroaching on our own. A world where monsters roam free. A boy named Ray must use his newly awakened powers against the threat as he joins Hirasaka Academy, a school for gifted students. The Academy's goal? Conquer Xanadu, the great labyrinth rumored to be the origin of this other world. While traversing the labyrinth, hone your abilities and reshape the terrain to expand the range of your exploration.
Ooh.
Then, take on dangerous enemies in 3D action RPG combat.
What an interesting hybrid of genres going on here.
Outside the labyrinth, improve your stats. And spend time with your friends as you prepare to conquer Xanadu. The battle between man and monster begins. Discover the truth when Kyoto Xanadu launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo
That looks
Switch
pretty good.
systems this summer. The latest Monster Hunter Stories game is flying in. Your monster allies, called Monsties, can learn special abilities through a ceremony called the Rite of Channeling. Raise your Monsties as you travel the world. The lands lie on the brink of disaster. Monsters are on the verge of extinction. And the riders trying to save the world will have to contend with an even greater threat. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection.
I'm interested in this
soars
one.
onto
It just
Nintendo
won't be
Switch
at launch.
2, March 13th. A demo will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. Save data can be transferred to the full game once purchased. New titles are joining the archive.
Okay, let's go.
Rave Racer.
There's
published by
Rave
Namco
Racer.
In 1995, speeds into the Arcade Archives 2 lineup. Aim for first place in a race against your
It's been a little while since we've had a 3D Namco game.
And get ready for a new line of home console titles.
Hell yeah, we've been waiting for this.
Console Archives is on the way.
We've been waiting for this.
Doraemon.
Wow, what a pick to start the announcement.
Sonic Wings Special. And more will be released over time. The first wave of Console Archives titles includes Cool Borders
Really?
and Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos.
Well, that's
These
on
titles will
NSO.
be available on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that they're doing all sorts of things. A new concept, huh? That's a very different art style. Oh, cool. I dabbled a bit with the Shadow Gambit, I think it's called. Was enjoying that. Yeah, I was right. I did see Tales of Arise. I played a little bit of that. I thought it was okay, but didn't catch my interest. Well, I guess we're at the end.
Another body. I need your eyes on the
We're doing
prize.
more Resident Evil? But that game's out in like 2 weeks. Do we need to hype it up anymore?
America. FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft is captured by the suspect while investigating the case.
What did it do to me?
In her attempt to escape, Grace comes up against unknown threats. A limited supply of healing items and ammunition are at her disposal. Will she confront the threats head-on, or save her ammo for the next encounter? For Grace, impending doom is always close at hand. Meanwhile, another agent working for an anti-bioterrorism organization is also on the case, Leon S. Kennedy.
6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
With his physical prowess, Leon can parry an opponent's attack, then strike to break the stunned opponent's stance in close quarters combat. He can
I'm so
fire
excited
from
to
a
play
distance
this.
using handguns and rifles.
Hell yeah, we got
Or
sniper
use
rifles.
an enemy's weapon against them. Leon has a varied arsenal of attacks at his disposal. This game features both third-person and first-person camera perspectives, and you can change your perspective at any time. There are multiple difficulty options available, including a mode for less experienced players that features aim assist. Guide Grace as she attempts to escape unprecedented terrors, and Leon, who relies on strength to carve his own path. What will they discover when their fates intertwine? Resident Evil Requiem launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system February 27th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil Village will also be available the same day. Horror-filled excitement awaits, whether you play these games or Resident Evil Requiem first. Plus, a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller featuring original art is releasing alongside the games. Amiibo figures of Grace and Leon will also be available this summer. You can scan them to receive in-game weapon skins.
That's kind of fun.
Resident Evil Requiem, the latest entry in the Resident Evil series, is launching later this month. You can also look forward to a creator's voice video featuring a member of the Resident Evil Requiem development team.
That's the director.
In the future. Next is our last announcement.
Hey everybody, from all of us here.
Okay, well this was
Game
spoiled.
Studios. If you're like us, Nintendo.
All right, well that is that partner showcase, which it was less port heavy than I feared. There was still a fair amount of that, but I think there was a lot of just follow up on games that are releasing concurrently. So Pragmata, Resident Evil Requiem, Monster Hunter Stories 3. I'm sorry that I'm only thinking of Capcom games. Got an update on Adventures of Elliot, a new Paranorma site, which I think is cool. More on Orbitals, which is still, I think, the coolest looking game. A Bomberman collection, which is so long overdue. And I hope that's just the beginning of tapping into the Hudson archives on Konami's part. And I hope M2 is doing that. The console archives announcement, super exciting. The games they chose at first is kind of funny, but we'll talk about that later. Good to see more 3D games coming from Namco. Hopefully other companies will start getting involved with that era of gaming as well. I'll be honest, the Bethesda announcement did nothing for me because I'm not really going to respond to supporting Microsoft-owned companies at this stage. But I think this was a pretty decent partner showcase. I would give it probably a B- for me personally. There was a couple things I got excited about, so it's definitely above a C, which I think the last one fell into the C range. The real question is how many of these games that they just talked about are game key cards, as I was saying at the top. that's a big impact for me personally and for quite a few other people, because we want to own our games, not own a license, which is what the key card essentially is. So I'm hoping that the rumors of more game card sizes that inadvertently revealed when they were talking about R-Type Dimensions 3 is reality. Because I think that decision is kind of hurting Nintendo a bit on the physical front. But maybe they don't care anymore. Who knows? Anyway, we'll talk about more stuff at the Next Levels Plus whenever. We'll do some post-direct responses to some of these things. But I, at the very least, feel like this was worthwhile. So I will take it. Thank you for joining me for this reaction. I will see you soon. Take care, friends.